What is going on? I am zmot trying to do a live stream. Zero setup, zero configuration. I can already hear that my CPU fan is screaming. So if any of you are out there, please do say hello in the chat. Let me know how the audio sounds, how the video looks. Just got back from a trip for work and haven't really done any sort of streaming or setup. So not super duper confident that things are going to go as planned, but I just wanted to get on here, say hi. I had a couple people ask me if I was going to do a crab stream, and I missed y'all. So if you have no idea who I am, I'm zmot. This is my HQ18 account. I have many accounts at many levels, and we have many task forces. So check the description for a task force for you. We have every level. Obviously, some of you might only be playing crab and warships, but a bunch of us still really love task force hits and all of the camaraderie that comes along with it. So this account is in a task force called Junior 9. It is a training ground for XP 40 to 50. We've got groups of task forces for every single level, basically everything from Milk Run up to Forlorn Hope, Duplexity, and what not. Thank you, Joseph Fuentes, for the sound check. Much appreciated. So, I've been wanting to do a Mega Crab live stream on my HQ18 for a long time. Very different gameplay at the lower levels, and the reason for that is specifically that I only have level 1 Scorchers, and I only have level 3 tanks. So all of the high level gameplay you're going to see is all around tanks and grenadiers or Scorchers and tanks. I can't really do any of that because the troops, low-level tanks suck. Low-level Scorchers are even worse because they cost more GBE and then just explode. We got Kirk in the house, and Ben and VH and Malik Patel and Mario. It's Mario. I'm doing well. I just got back from a 6 a.m. bike ride because I am foolish. So got out of the shower, started a live stream, and we are good to go. I am back in Canada, and we're going to boost all of my statues. If you're wondering what statues I have, this is only a HQ18, so we only have 9 statues. 5 of them are GBE, 3 of them are troop damage, no troop health, which is detrimental when it comes to the Mega Crab. Troop health is a huge bonus for Mega Crab, so you're going to have to play things a little bit smart. I am going to push for the, as you can see, I've only got the stone trophy on this account last time around, so I'm going to push for gold. Don't know if it's possible as none of the bonuses are going to help us, and explosive drones suck. Vetal Sony, thank you very much for the coffee. No face cam today because my CPU is absolutely screaming right now, and if I was going to do face cam, it would just be dropping frames like crazy. No time to set that up. And so next video, perhaps, just no time. That's the only reason for that. Plus, I mean, it obscures the gameplay. This is all like full 1080p widescreen with none of my face taking up space is a good time. It has been a long time, and I've missed making videos, but I'm crazy busy. Between purging everything out of my house, unpacking suitcases, work trips, and biking, and summer and life. Very busy. Very busy. So without further ado, apparently the trader sucks today, people were saying. That doesn't look super bad. I mean, being able to trade these things isn't awful. Trading this, maybe the high level stuff is bad, but this is mediocre. I wouldn't consider this as sucking. Let's get into some attacks. I'm going to be wasting some attacks. Low levels, it generally, you don't wash. You know what? Let's use Scorchers for the first bit, just so we can use some Scorchers. Do I have any sort of layout with Scorchers? Yes, let's load some Scorchers. Obviously, level 1 Scorchers, not going to do anything of use, but we will start out with Scorchers and tanks, just because I assume people are going to be used Scorchers and tanks. And I know a lot of people already live streamed. I saw that Chicken had a live stream. He posted in Discord I assume OP Destroy and all of the regular peoples did a live stream. So if you saw something there, if there's any sort of bugs, or if you watched other live streams and there was something interesting, please don't hesitate to chime in, because I just don't know what's going on. I've just been so ridiculously busy that it sucks. How's that, Slayers? I just figured I'd throw that one out there. Slayers is saying in chat she likes it when I say sucks. So sucks. Now, if you've never used explosive drones before, a good way to use them is to drop them behind your troops. They stand there for a while, they have a little coffee break, and then they run forward and explode. So if you drop them right in the middle of defenses, you're going to have a bad time. So for example, if we drop them right about here, for example, they're going to sit there, they're going to freeze for a second, they're going to die, and then we're only going to get like one of them to explode. So you either drop them in smoke, like so, and so they have a little bit of time to have their coffee break underneath the smoke, and then they'll slowly spread out and explode, just comme ça. Yeah, I speak French now. That's my French moment of the day. There'll probably be more. I've been using the joke many times. Like anytime we go out for dinner with people from work, I'm like, oh, sorry, I'm not going to drink that wine. I only drink French wine now. Just trying to appear to be a French snob. For those of you just joining, I just spent 6 months in France, followed by a trip to Croatia and the UK. So if you're wondering where the heck I've been abroad, across the pond, all of those sorts of things. So apparently, sorry Slayers, your message about saying sucks got timed out, so I had to manually approve it. Apparently you can't say sucks more than twice in a row, or you get YouTube downvoted. Why I'm doing the low level account is that the low level account, it's different. I don't have crab statues on my main accounts because I love PvP, and I wouldn't say I love PvP. I love operation attacks. And so the idea of having just a crab account, I just can't do that. I like operations too much, and everyone does the high level account. So I figured, let's do something different. I'd really like to push for gold on this account. I don't know if it's possible or not. I've gotten gold a couple other crabs, so I think it shouldn't be a big deal. I can't remember, maybe a couple anniversary crab I did it anyways. Maybe just the one. Let's have a look at our decorations here. Iron, stone. Okay, so we just have one there. I think I lost my diamond statue when it came around, but so just trying to do something different. I know hopefully this appeals to you guys. If not, I apologize, but I've rolled the dice and we're just going to go forward with it. The other advantage to this is that I'm going to lose a lot more often, and I'm going to have to think a lot more often. With a high level account, you just kind of drop your troops until level 28 or so, and then you have to kind of think, and worst case, you 2-hit or something like that. So with this, I can almost guarantee I'm going to fail before we get to stage 20. So I think it'll give a bit more entertainment with me failing a lot of times with this account, and I'm going to be smoking a lot more troops. Mega Crab isn't really about smoking troops a lot of the time, so I'm going to be doing more like heavy Zuka hits, maybe all Zuka hits, maybe the occasional warrior hit even. I don't really know, but we're just going to keep using my level 1 Scorchers, level 3 tanks for now. Not something I recommend. I do not recommend ever using level 1 Scorchers or level 1 tanks. I really do have a good time using level 1 Scorchers to do that ransom slingshot attack and to do a cooker core hit, because I don't have bullet obviously, so have to use level 1 Scorchers, and you can actually do surprisingly decent attacks. So bro, I hope you're the only one that can't see the video. No one's complained yet, so I think it's just you, Miss Snuggles. Everyone, no, I'm pretty sure someone would have complained by now, so I would suggest rebooting your internet. What's going on, Sketch? Yeah. So I really am wishing that I would have grabbed a coffee before this stream started. So maybe we'll take a break in a couple 10, 20 minutes and I'll go grab a coffee quickly. But for now, we're just using the low-level Scorchers. And again, like I said, just drop these ridiculous, terrible temporary gunboat abilities in behind your troops. They will not blow up on your troops. They will run forward and blow stuff up. Whoa, see that? There was a blue in there. Why was there... Oh, never mind. That's what happens when you use Everspark. Little bit of confusion. I know I have not been streaming Boom Beach, but I'm still playing. I think I'm almost on Legendary on 2 accounts now. Just on Warships, I should say, have been doing somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 operation attacks a day, and just doing general stuff from my couch as opposed to from my desk. So, little bit different and whatnot. I have been doing very well of late on Warships. I think I just had a 18 win streak at level or tier 25. I've had a 13 win streak at legendary, or maybe it was 9 win. Anyways, just good win streaks at decent levels. So have got some good feedback from people on my last video. Thank you very much for everyone who gave some feedback. Just generally have been playing kind of in a vacuum. Just me in my spare time. Toilet hits, for example, and I know a lot of you have made the same jokes about Boom Beach is a fantastic game where you can just play at your leisure. I'll wake up, roll over, collect my Warships chest, and then either go to work or go for a bike ride or whatever, make breakfast for the kids or whatever it is. It's a great way to kill like 5 minutes. Whether you want to play for 5 minutes or 5 hours, Boom Beach definitely fills that void. So, I know I have not been posting, but I still do enjoy it, and we're 5 years in. I think I've been playing since like May 2014 or something like that, for a game that I didn't spend a penny on for the first 3 years or whatever it was. Pretty darn fantastic. So, yes, I am back in Canada, back on the West Coast. Picked the absolute right time to come back. Was originally planning to come back to do a full year in France. That would have been absolutely awful. Like, just awful. Because, I mean, France was gorgeous. Absolutely mind-blowingly gorgeous. And the weather was generally sunny every day. And on the west coast of Canada, it's not sunny every day, especially in winter. Like in summer, it's pretty fantastic, but we left on January 2nd, so had we have stayed for a year, coming back to Canada in the heart of winter would have just been, I couldn't even imagine. So coming back from France to the west coast of Canada in the middle of July has been fantastic. Have been doing a bunch of mountain biking, just spent like a month's salary on a mountain bike yesterday, so figured I would come do a live stream and try to make $3 or whatever a typical live stream makes, hoping to be able to buy myself lunch for the next week or so. Basically, in France, we just were so ridiculously active. I'm not a heavy dude, and I lost somewhere between 20 and 35 pounds, and so feeling super, super fit right now, trying to keep all of that momentum going forward. So spending way too much money on bikes and just trying to stay active, trying to keep all of those great what are they called, habits going forward. So I should be doing a face cam, but my CPU on this computer just does not support it. I'm on a laptop, and using laptop plus capture card plus streaming plus I've got YouTube open on screen so I can chat with you guys. Here's me saying hi. So obviously the chat is a little bit ahead of the video, but you get the idea. My laptop, I mean, it's a great laptop. It's got an i7 processor and all that sort of fun stuff, but just can't keep up. Level 1 Scorchers, level 3 tanks, just grinding. We're at stage 8 and they're already struggling. We're going to push the remote hack button. Oh, she's actually found something to hack. Good. Oh. But again, if you're just getting here, please do check the description. there are a number of task forces. I think somewhere between 7 and... Actually, you know what? Let's see if we can do a task force hit. Do we have... Oh, I've already hit. Shucks. Didn't plan that well whatsoever. Come join our task forces. We've got room for anyone from an HQ 7 all the way up to max 65s, and would love to see you out, because I've been I don't know if I've almost turned operations and PvP into like a derogatory term, calling it like Legacy Boom Beach, but a bunch of us are really still enjoying that Legacy Boom Beach. There are obviously 4 ways to play at this point. We've got Mega Crab, we've got PvP, we've got operations, we've got warships. I think that's the 4, but so there's something for everyone. Whether you're just doing warships, my only beef with warships is getting 3 intel a day from warships is just not enough. Thanks for coming in, Health Freak. Great. Thank you. Always comment on the videos. And I don't know if I missed you coming in or if I've already said hi, but thanks for coming in. And as always, thanks for contributing and taking part and all of that fun sort of stuff. Kamikaze Spock, the man, the myth, the legend. For those of you who don't know, I think he got to like the middle of the top 50 leaderboard using an HQ 17, 16, something absolutely ridiculous like that. Hopefully the leaderboard's fixed, Kamikaze's Mr. Spock. Now, does Kamikaze Spock, is it, because there's like, I don't know my Star Trek, sorry, at all. Is that the good Spock and bad Spock with the, one of them has a goatee? Anyways, hopefully the leaderboards are fixed. I know there's been a lot of people complaining about leaderboards for a very long time, but I haven't seen any complaints for a while, so I don't know if that means people gave up or if they're fixed. There's been a lot of maintenance breaks a little while ago, so I'm hoping some of those maintenance breaks were related to leaderboard fixing. And so yeah. I don't know how long this stream's going to last. I'm assuming that I'm going to get... I am in the middle of my work day, but I've already put in... I'm on salary, and so as long as I work somewhere in the neighborhood of 44 hours a week, I'm good. Boss doesn't care what I do, but I am assuming I'm going to get a phone call from work at some point here in the next little bit. So I might have to take a quick pause. Maybe we'll get a coffee. Who knows? It is... Now, Spock, you say it is. Does that mean it is fixed? I kind of assume that's what you mean, but I thought I'd double check because if it is fixed, that's awesome. Awesome. That's one of the things that PvP needs is a happy, healthy leaderboard, and it hasn't been happy or healthy for a long time. And so, if you're one of those people who plays for PvP, I really do hope that it's fixed. Nanu, live long and prosper. I can do the finger thing. Please tell me that's Spock. I always say Star Wars when I mean Star Trek. I don't know why that is. I don't have allegiance to either, but I did watch the new Star Trek movie a while back. I was very impressed with that. They've really figured out the whole blockbuster movie thing. There's like a little bit of geek credibility where like the dude in the red shirt dies or whatever, and then there's a little bit of humor and a little bunch of action, and all of the movies have figured it out now. Like we watched Captain Marvel, I think it is, and my kids absolutely loved it, and stuff's just entertaining now. You can totally turn your brain off. And I don't have any water slayers. Typically I sit down, I've got a coffee and a water, but today I don't have either, so I have nothing to slow me down, and my heart is still racing for my ridiculous bike ride. I am not... When I go over bike riding, I just pedal until I can't fall over anymore, or I can't stand up anymore, is basically how I go. So I'm still recovering from my morning. But yeah, I kind of am wondering how far we'll be able to go with these low-level Scorchers. I think we need to ditch them, because this is not... I'm not gonna... Sorry, bud. You can't just walk in here and say... Sorry, I guess you guys can't see that, I guess, but someone just joined, and the first thing they said is, "Hey, come follow me on Instagram." Sorry, like, why would I follow? By all means, if you were gonna chat, I don't mind you saying that, but if you're just going to be a douche and walk in and say, follow me on Instagram, I'm going to block you. So, let's just do that. Hide user on this channel. Sorry, you're done. I now am a moderator on the Discord, on the Reddit Discord server, and it blows my mind the number of people who come in and they don't say hi. They don't say, hey, thanks for having me. They don't say, hey, I'm new here. They just come in and say, join my task force. It blows my mind how rude some people can be. So please, if you are new, by all means, come in, say hi, and if after you've said a couple things, please recruit for your task force. I have no problems with people recruiting for their task forces. Just come in, say hi, and then ask for something. It's like walking up to a group of people you don't know and saying, hey, can I borrow $5? No, I don't know you. Go away. I'm turning into a crusty old man. Get off my lawn. Is that from is that Clint Eastwood with what grand some kind of car name? Yeah, level 1 Scorchers. If you watch their health, actually I guess they haven't really been hit because of these critters, but they are not going to last terribly long. Let's drop some of these over in here. We're gonna drop what can we do with, I don't even know. We need to get over here and get rid of these shields because my baby Scorchers and baby tanks are not going to chew through any sort of shield. Definitely need to get rid of these over here. Look at this machine gun. It's probably going to kill my Scorcher. Actually, no, they regen. Ugh, stupid. Thank you, brain. So Scorchers obviously have Life Leech. So every little bit of damage they do, they're going to regain health. But hey, thanks for coming in, Ahmed. I don't know. Just to be clear, I don't mind. Lurk all you want. I like to lurk on live streams as well. I like to lurk on IRC, on Discord, on Slack, all that sort of stuff. There's nothing wrong with lurking. It's just the people that come in and ask for something as the first words out of their mouth that bug me. But back to Life Leech. Life Leech, you don't actually get health back for every little bit of damage your Scorchers do, only when they're actually burning. So when a Scorcher walks away or rolls away from a building, the building keeps burning for 5 seconds. You don't get Life Leech on that, but for everything else you do. So this crab is all about troop health, all about damage. These Scorchers are going to get all of their health back, and the more damage they do, the more health they get back. So, Gran Torino, thank you very much, Wes. By the way, hello, Mr. Wes. What's going on? I don't know if IRC is still a thing. I was always an FNet person. I don't know. A lot of people were more into Delnet, but for years and years, way back when, I was on IRC all the time, basically leaving a screen session open on my SSH. Yeah. Anyways, I'm a geek. There's no refuting that, or there's no hiding that. So, yes, I'm a geek. Yes, I used IRC way back in the day, and yes, my artillery just missed that cryo bomb. So, not super awesome. I think IRC is just gone. I think it's probably just the hardcore people are still on there. Now it's all about Discord and Telegram and all of those fun things. There's just so many different ways to communicate and stay in touch now, which is great. Especially when I was overseas and my friends were back here. I've been on Slack with my buddies forever. Slack, we found, was the best of the best multi-platform chat app. I don't know. Telegram's not bad, Discord's not bad, but Slack still wins for me. But it's also a little bit annoying because they have all these file size limits and all this stuff that Discord doesn't have. So, anyways, IRC was huge back in the day, and it was a great to get the wares and whatnot. Yes, I just said the wares. That was an attempt at being ironic, but Steve. So, long story short, this is Axel King's in the house. So, my email alias, when I send emails, it comes from Steve, because I made up a random name, and everyone either assumes that my name is Steve or Tom, because obviously one of my account's name is Tom's, but no, my name is not Steve or Tom. But going with the anonymous thing, which is just short for anonymous, or a take on the word anonymous. I kind of like the fact that no one knows my real name, no one knows where I live, and all that sort of stuff. So no, my name is not Steve. But what's going on, Axel Kings? Long time no see. I think I'm just going to use Scorcher and Tank until we fail. But just to give an idea of how far these low-level Scorchers can go, I gotta say, I've been pretty impressed. The Life Leech on the level 1 Scorchers, I think I've only lost one Scorcher. Parents, what's going on? TGIF, toes go in first. That's what I write in all of my sneakers. Man, the dad jokes. But, so yeah, if you see me on the street, just pretend like you know me from something else, maybe, because I honestly, 0 people that I know have any idea that I am a video game person on the internet. It's kind of strange, to be honest, but one day, maybe they'll see a video or something and the secret will be out. Stephen Gooch, welcome to your first ever live stream. Hopefully it does not disappoint. You can now you have your name somewhere on the internet. So hello, Stephen Cooch. Thank you for saying hello. Thank you for joining the live stream. Hopefully it doesn't disappoint. Live streams are very, very different. And I always get a bunch of comments from people saying, like, would you hurry up and attack already? So trying to keep things going as quickly as we can, trying to keep things progressing, and trying to burn through these stages. Obviously, with a high-level account, you could just force close the app and just come back until... Basically, I don't think you actually have to do any sort of user intervention until you hit level 25 or so, I would guess. And that's how I farm powder on my high-level account. Krish as well. Holy crow. Krish, long time no see. That's the other thing I like about Boom Beach, is that even people who have, like Axel Kings, for example. Axel Kings, who was just chatting, had not talked to in probably 3 years, had not played Boom Beach, but through the power of the internet managed to keep in touch. And that's kind of one of the nice things about having a YouTube channel, is that if I didn't have a YouTube channel, I wouldn't have been able to keep in touch with a bunch of people that I've played with over the years. So kind of neat. Let's keep... Speaking of temperatures, our last day in France was 43 degrees, which is like 110 freedom units, I think. And, not something that a guy from the west coast of Canada is used to. What's happening outside? Oh. Okay. Stage... How long is the stream? We're at 34 minutes, and I have not had coffee in 34 minutes, so we're almost getting to the point. As soon as I fail, I'll get a coffee. How's that sound? Definitely need... Let's go like this. And then once these things explode, hopefully we can... See how they pause, and then they're all going to go to one cryo bomb. Awesome. Not what I was hoping for. 3, 2, 1. Mrs. Doyle, long time no see there as well. All of the familiar Boom Beach faces. Good times. So let's keep this train rolling. Choo. Oh, I'm exhausted. You're right. So whoever it was that said I'm talking too fast, I agree. I need to catch a breath here. Maybe what can we... I wish I had my bot so we could do some sort of vote to see when we're gonna fail first. Thanks, Krish. It's been a long time of no streaming, and it's actually gone off, I think, mostly without a hitch, I think. We were in the public fountains right at the base of the Eiffel Tower. I have an epic pitch. Probably like one of my favorite pictures of me and my wife ever at the fountains underneath the Eiffel. We didn't go up the Eiffel Tower. I didn't really see the attraction in going up the Eiffel Tower. Uh-oh. Artillery on the Scorcher. Just killed my own Scorcher. That was not super duper awesome. I didn't really see the attraction of going up the Eiffel Tower because you can't see the Eiffel Tower from up the Eiffel Tower. Doesn't really make a ton of sense to me. So we bought wine off street vendor dude and drank it in the fountains, and kids played, and they didn't swim. I guess you could consider it swimming, but just awesome. Everyone always talks about how rude the people in Paris are and how they're not really like the rest of people in France, but we had a great vibe from everyone in France. So I don't know, maybe we just got lucky. Maybe it was the fact that our French wasn't awful and stuff. How am I? I am good. Yeah, I don't have many complaints. I gotta say, we gotta back off. We gotta back up because otherwise our Scorchers are not gonna chew through this shield, and I don't want to fail because of that. So we're gonna come over and we're gonna come back and get these shields. Otherwise, we would have a bad time. Oh, bump. I don't think I should have used my last bit of GBE on that sniper tower, but we'll find out very, very soon. It's gonna be close. We're getting into the not much time sort of thing. And that boom cannon's likely going to explode all of my Scorcher. Let's find out here. Let's put a shock on it. Not bad. Level 1 Scorcher, level 3 tanks. I think it's almost time to put these things away, but I said we're going to keep using them until we fail. So sadly, we're stuck with level 1 Scorchers. I mean, consider using level 1 Scorchers for the early stages because their Life Leech has been fairly impressive, I have to say. Obviously, it depends how many troop damage statues you have. Troop damage statues are fairly important for this crab. Troop health, important. I don't have that, but troop damage offsets for shizzle, my nizzle, for those Snoop Dogg fans in the neighborhood. So we're going to do something, you know what, let's just skip all this. We're just going to, should I bring Scorchers? No, we're not going to bring Scorchers. We're just going to use Stanks. We're going to get the Stank out and Smoky Tanks, Stank, Stanks. It sounds like, whenever I say Smanks, it sounds like those tight underwear that the Kardashians wear, whatever those are called. Spanks? I'm probably not supposed to know that. Ferris, holy crow, the man, the myth, the legend. For those of you who are unaware, Fairs was the guy who brought all of the sneak peeks of the tribes and all of that awesome stuff. And Boom Beach then, I think, banned one of his videos, gave him a content strike, and so I have not heard or seen from him since. So Ferres, I think it's bonjour, ça va, long time no see. Good to have you in the stream. I always forget where exactly you're from, but I know you speak French, so welcome back. Long time no see. Vac Attack as well. Holy crow, everyone is here, liking it a lot. Let's blow up this cryo bomb here. And I don't think I could explain this to someone who is not like a YouTube type subscriber person, but it's just awesome to see familiar faces and familiar names and all of that jazz. But, so hi, Back Attack. For those of you who are familiar faces that comment religiously on the YouTube videos, thank you very much for being around and for commenting and for being familiar faces. I have missed all of you. I know that I've only met 3 people from Boom Beach / YouTube related life, I think. 3. But it's nice to have friendly, familiar faces. Are we going to fail? I'm not sure if we've got a little blind spot back there. I should not have flared the core. If I did flare the core, might come down to like 2 tanks back there. We'll find out we're going to lose. We are going to have our first loss of the day. I can't tell if Everspark's alive, but we have no GBE and we're losing all of our tanks. Unless we have that 1 tank back there, this is going to be a sad trombone. Hey, Shwaki? War Factory videos should be back very, very soon. That's the goal anyways. I don't know. All of the videos that I make should be back online soon as life gets back to normal. Of course, next week I've got a family reunion across the country that we have to drive to. So not super stoked on that. We just lost. Wow. Should not have done that. But now we get to get rid of tanks. So, yeah, that's a great way to promote yourself, Snuggles, I suppose. Let's carry on. We're going to use warriors. Let's add the warriors up here, and we shall keep rocking and rolling. Let's get going and moving on. Bum, 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 bum. Now I have and all that jazz stuck in my head. We're going to use warriors just because why not? It's a good way to fail, or potentially fail, I should say. But, I mean, low levels, you can use a lot of... This is one of those bases that if you would have used Zukas, probably would have gone down. Not a lot of skill involved in smoking to that back corner, but you like trains? I'm not sold on trains. I spent a lot of time on trains in the UK and in France, and I mean, they're great. You can like walk to the bar, which I'm a big fan of, being able to like walk around a little bit more, but all of my time spent on trains was just like my kids on devices and me sitting for long periods of time. I like airplanes. Airplanes are more my cup of tea just because they're so much faster. Tell me what you like about trains. What is it about trains that you're all about? Check the description, Mr. Axel. We've got everything from Novice 9, Infant 9, Junior 9, Delta 9. It all depends on which HQ level you're at. This one right here is Junior 9, level 40 to 50. We basically segregated. If you have a look, like, I think you just restarted, so maybe Novice 9 might be where you're... Oops, Novice 9. Level 0 to 32. It's a big range, working on smoke. But I mean, obviously, Axel is... Brick doesn't matter. What troops are we going to use here? We got rocket launcher here. We've got shock launcher here. These rocket launchers do range over into this little blind spot, so that's going to be a bit of a problem. What's going to be the best troops for this hit? I like the long flares with Brick. I really don't mind if Brick dies on that hit. Normally, I probably would have been a little bit smarter, hopefully. Let's clear this front thing. Now we're going to move into a little bit more low-level strategy here. Realistically, we could probably smoke back into these back area in here and burn a 1.1 mil shield without a lot of difficulty. But if we fail, we then have to deal with these shore rocket launchers. And so we're going to do a little bit smart stuff. As far as modern board games, the only real board games that I play right now, I don't even know if I consider... I'm more about card games. My kids like to play Exploding Kittens, I believe it's called. And what else do we like to play? What is that other game? I don't even know what it's called. Anyways, card games. Card games is more our cup of tea. I keep saying cup of tea because I think I want a cup of coffee really badly. Let's keep going and moving right along. What do we got here? Stage 25. Number 2 on the leaderboard? What? Where am I at on the leaderboard? I assume I'm very, very far down here. Oh, there we go. 36 on the leaderboard. What? That is a sad state of affairs. What is going on? Are people just not playing? Why? Like, why did... I just saw chicken somewhere here. The chicken. Why did chicken stop at 25? Are people just not playing Mega Crab? I mean, I get most of Canada doesn't have the Mega Crab quite yet. It depends on your time zone and stuff. But, yeah, that's very strange. So, Mr. Vacatak, it really depends what you mean by vacation. A lot of people think that I was in France on vacation for 6 months. That is definitely not the case. So, I was in France on, I was working every single frickin' day, and it was exhausting working. I worked from like 2 p.m. until somewhere in the neighborhood of midnight-ish, so was not super duper awesome to be working while my kids are like in the pool and coming home from school and all of that stuff. But at the same time, we did manage to have a ton of fun in France, and I did manage to take a couple of different vacations. And so at the very end of our France trip, we booked this vacation to Croatia thinking like, hey, we'll just take advantage of the cheap flights. I think it cost 140 euros for all of us to fly from London to Croatia. And it seemed like a great idea at the time, but when you've just been away for 6 months, the last thing you need to do... Oh man, I'm going to get absolutely ruined by this cryo bomb, I think. So, and I just missed the cryo bomb to make things worse. So let's shock in here and in here. So yeah, I do not recommend trying to take advantage of deals when you're coming back from vacation. Awful, awful, awful idea. Let's shock all of this stuff. And then maybe, just maybe, we can get this down. I don't know if we're going to actually get as far as that rocket launcher. I think we need to flare the rocket launcher. Otherwise, we're going to have a bad time. And now we're going to flare away. Not bad. I think we should be able to solo this. And like I said, the advantage of this is if we didn't solo, we have a nice, easy walk on the beach, which is also important. Not bad at all. Mr. Poing in the house. Hello, hello, hello. What is going on? Poing is also one of those names who always says hi and generally comments and mostly says nice things. You don't have to I say that. I don't actually know if he says not nice things, but please do. If you have something to complain about, don't hesitate to complain. All good in the hood. Okay, let's keep rocking and rolling. Stage 18. I mean, those are the kind of hits that I really, really like about low-level accounts. You would not see those kind of hits on high levels until like stage 40s and stuff like that. So, let's keep moving forward. Probably should just... I mean, we could probably smoke to this corner right here, and then all we have to worry about is that shock launcher. And the shields are pretty wimpy here, so not a huge, big deal here, but I'm going to switch it up. Let's try some different troops. We're going to go with some RCZM, but obviously we do not have cryos, so we're going to go with... See, what is going on with my troop loadout? Now my problem is I move... You know what? Let's move this back. We're going to switch this to rifles. We're going to switch this to Zookas because obviously troop combos are based on where your boats are saved, so we're going to resave over top. That should fix that problem. And let's get into this. Should be able to solo this. We're just keeping the old-fashioned, what are those things called, rifles around, because the rifles are going to keep all of our Zookas alive and happy and healthy. Really sucks having to use a shock that early on, but otherwise the flamethrower would have absolutely ruined all of our Zuka or rifles' lives, like that mortar just did. So when you're using RCZM or RZM or whatever you want to call it, I know that I always say Zed, but the troop combo is called RZM. That's why I say it in a American / everywhere else sort of way. You really need your rifles to be able to take a mortar to the face. That is when RZM starts to be a ridiculously strong troop combo. And as you just saw, that mortar absolutely vaporized all of my rifles. So I probably should not be using RZM, but just watching rifles... please get rid of... Watch this. Poof. All the rifles gone. Using all of the troops... I mean, RZM is just so useful for low levels. You don't care about keeping your rifles alive. Keep your rifles, let your rifles die, and your rifle's primary job is to keep your Zookas alive. Because obviously, Zookas bring the power, and rifles are the tank, if that makes any sense. If you've ever played like any sort of RPG game where like you have your troops are broken up into like damage and tank and healers and casters and all that sort of stuff, your rifles are the tank. All they're doing is getting shot in the face. That is their primary job, is to get shot in the face, and they also clear mines a little bit, which can be very helpful as well. Oh man, VH, you're killing me here. I want coffee. So, this is also the problem you have with Mega Crab. I have 194 GBE, and so you have to really be on it as far as using your GBE when you're using RZM, because I'm just not doing terribly well. By the way, huge shout out to Mr. Perrins, who is in the chat right now. Everyone needs to say thank you to Mr. Perrins because he's an amazingly awesome dude. When I got to France, in order to get a cell phone, you have to have an IBAN, and in order to have an IBAN, you have to have a bank account, and in order to have a bank account, you have to have a permanent address. And I couldn't do any of these things because I was only there for 6 months. So Mr. Perrins signed me up for a cell phone on his personal account, hooked me up with 100 gigs of data per month, which basically allowed me to live in France. The place that we rented was supposed to have good internet, and it was awful. But cellular data, I had 480 megabit down, 60 megabit up on my cellular that I used 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So super duper awesomeness. Mr. Perrins saving the day. Thank you very much. I guess you guys don't need to say thank you. I just need to do it. Also, Perrins, I need to send you your cash money because I tried to log into PayPal and then it said it was going to send me my second factor authentication via text message, and it never arrived. So I tried to pay you. I just haven't had the ability to do so yet. I promise it's coming. We're going to actually BART out this rocket launcher because it is a single rocket launcher, and I need to save all of my GBEs for this 3-pack right there in the middle, and for clearing the mines to get back into this corner. Really wish we had a cryo bomb right about now. Let's get all of our troops right into here. Now, RZM, as I was trying to say, is a great troop combo for walking without using smoke, but it also works incredibly well with smoke. So we're going to do a bit of both and try our darndest to get into here, and then I probably should be back in here, actually. Let's move back 1 notch. Soup is around, Mr. Axel Kings. He is still playing. Actually, no, he's still. Soup is plays Boom Beach in the strangest way possible. All he does is he only does Dr. T, does not do any operation attacks anymore, and that's it. That's all he does, is just does Dr. T. It's a very strange way to do it, but he enjoys it. So, and for those of you who have seen my intro, Soup made my intro. He is a guy from Boom Beach. I don't actually is this going to be so close? Come on, rifles, hold out for me. Oh, we're going to lose. Come on. Oh, so close. Should not have done that. Should have Flaring Core was not a good idea there. So Soup is around. He made my intro. He is he's on Discord. If you're actually here, let me just post the Discord link for those of you who want to come chat with me and the gang. I think we have somewhere in the neighborhood of, I don't know, discord.io/zmot. Use that link. You have to download an app called Discord on your phone, or you can log in to Discord using a browser. There's also like a Windows, Mac client, all of that sort of stuff. So Discord, like I said previously, is a fantastic way to communicate, and I highly recommend it on for multiple reasons. So come join the fun. Hopefully that link works. If it doesn't, if it says the invite has expired, let me know, but I think it should work. Otherwise, I can send you a different sort of invite, and we'll figure it out. It's a great place to chat. There is everything from everything, I suppose. Everything you could ever dream of is on there. We've got a dad jokes channel, which is very, very important. I kind of am surprised that the term dad jokes is still considered PC. I'm surprised it's not like parent jokes, but I enjoy the dad jokes. I definitely enjoy the dad jokes. Let's keep going forwards. We're going to go smoke, and then we're going to hit the core. I needed to get a survey going to see how people are playing Boom Beach these days, because it feels like there's just a huge split and there's just so many ways to play the game these days. So I don't know. Let me know in the chat if you're playing like all four styles: Crab, PvP, Warships, and Task Force, or if you're just doing PvP. Or I am not doing PvP at all, which is making my intel numbers struggle. But I just can't bring myself to be excited about PvP at all at the moment. So everything else enjoyable. You know what? I think that Doom Cannon right there is going to be a problem. Let's see here. Small shields, though. Small shields. So, I don't know if I've ever played with Glasgow. Have I? I don't know. This is the problem. People's YouTube names don't always match their Discord names, which don't always match their in-game accounts. The term that Slayers just said, I get a kick out of that, because it's just such an obvious name and such an obvious derogatory way to call it that I get a kick out of it. Gren's boosted damage. I didn't even think about that. So I don't know which tribes I actually have access to. Grenadier damage. Okay. So Grenadier damage is a great time. I only have level 1 Grens, but you should boost the Grenadier. Please, if you've never played with Grenadiers, please try them. Grenadiers with medics and Everspark are magical. Magical. You need to try them. Grenadiers, when you first start playing with them, you feel like these things suck because they keep missing. And then when you play with them a little bit more, you're like, well, when they miss, they blow everything up. So please do give Grenadiers a shot. And let's go try it out. Let's see what we can do. Let's try a Grenadiers run. Now, let's have a look at my armory, which is hidden back in here. If you look at my armory, my Grenadiers are level 1. So this is not something that I would recommend. Grenadiers level 1 are pretty wimpy, but with the boosted damage and the boosted statues, we're going to see how it goes. Now, they end up getting shot in the face a lot, and these rocket launchers back here are going to absolutely melt them, and then this Doom Cannon's also going to melt them, and these rocket launchers are going to melt them as well. So lots of melting happening, but we'll just see how it goes. And the other problem is there's not really a spot to drop them, because we're gonna go like this. We're gonna use those useless exploding critters to the best of their abilities, and then we'll just drop an artillery to get rid of some mines, even though Everspark's probably going to do a decent job of keeping us alive. Now, this is why Everspark so good, keeping those critters rocking and rolling. Now, as you can see here, Grenadiers do outrange cannons as long as they don't bunch up. As soon as you get more than 2 or 3 at a time, you're going to start having a bad time. So let's get a hack out. Now, this hack is strictly just to keep the cannon. Everything's going to target on the cannon now, which finally shock launcher targets on the cannon. And we're just going to give ourselves an extra second or two. The problem is now, obviously, the cannon's going to come unfrozen, and bad times. So definitely, we lost 1 Grenadier at shore there, and we have all of this ahead of us. I think we probably can shock 5 of those rocket launchers with 1 shock, so we'll see. But as far as mortars go, your Grenadiers are outranged by mortars 99.1% of the time. Same thing with sniper towers. You'll be attacking an operation attack, and suddenly you'll have like a Grenadier versus a sniper tower or versus a mortar, and they'll somehow outrange them, and you won't be able to repeat it, but just take it. Take the wins while you can. And if you know how to make your Grenadiers outrange mortars consistently, I would love to hear it. Love to hear it. Now, you'll see my medics are just hanging out. The medics are going to be very busy in about 5 seconds flat here. So let's keep going. And boom cannons are a huge problem. We're going to come back into here, trying to stay away from those rocket launchers, trying to get... Now, my critters will hopefully take that mortar out while we're waiting, and the fact that it actually hit a shock mine saved us a little bit, because obviously if your critters are hugging up against that, what is that called? Mortar, you're going to have a bad time. Let's see here. Oh, not bad. So we actually have a little bit of health on Everspark, thankfully. We've lost some Grenadiers. We're going to have a problem here in about seconds. 3, 2, we still have a lot of critters though. Lot of critters. Come on, computer's about to start lagging. I think all of the critters keeping all of the rocket launchers busy. So Everspark, I love Everspark with Grenadiers. I think she's the best hero by a long, fair margin. I've never heard anyone who is a good player say otherwise. I mean, I don't know. Great troop. Great. She just works together so well because she stays back with them. She hangs out. And medics can do their jobs. Everspark does hers. And occasionally, once you get up to like very 7 ice, crazy boosted bases, you can hack something that's in behind the core, like the boom cannon that you can't quite reach. Works incredibly well. So, Everspark is the way to go. Please get Everspark. You only need her on level 1. You don't need a heck of a lot out of her. So let's go. Come on. I can't believe we might actually make it through all of these rocket launchers. Let's get an artillery there and some GBE over here. Level 1 Grens. We're obviously going to run out of time, and I have a bunch of GBE left, so I need to pop that, and we're going to get rid of that, and hopefully... See, this is the problem. Level 1 Grens, I mean, we did great. This is going to be a 2-hit base. All you really need is a 2-hit base most of the time on Mega Crab. Level 1 Grens, doing a pretty bang-up job, to be completely honest. That was pretty awesome. So now that we've set it up using Grenadiers, we're going to switch to Zookas because we've got a nice, easy walk. Don't really have to do more than, say, 3 or 4 smokes as Boomtown joins us for the core hit. Let's get into the things. 1, 2, 3. I always count in my head. I always count my my boats, and off we go. Let's get into here, walking right along. Come on. Here we go. Zookas. I really wish I probably should have used warriors. You already got in, Axel? That was ridiculously fast. My problem is I can't have Discord open at the second because I have too many windows open and then my computer would just turn off. So stoked that you got in that quickly. And yes, I just said the word stoked. And we're going to drop our smoke right in there. Yeah, I always count. And then I stop counting when I get to the hero boat. And I do like, I need to keep that delay. Barely kept the delay. I will do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8, depending, obviously. And then I will stop counting and drop my, I don't even know what I'm shocking at this point. There we go. Down. I missed oh no! Oh man, I missed a shock launcher. Did not see that shock launcher, but we should probably have enough GB. Yes! Saved. That was bad. This is why I tend to... I don't ever scout. Operation attacks I scout, but for PvP and Crab I don't scout. Bad things. Oh, thank you very much, Stephen Cooch. See, your first live stream and you're already helping out. Let's get rid of some of this. Need to keep some gold, but not a ton. Rock crystals are not a problem for low levels because you only have 2 tribes. So only having 2 tribes to boost definitely helps. Terminator in the house. I love getting the chat messages, people saying they're in and whatnot. You know what? Let's see if Terminator has had an operation attack today. Let's see. Have you attacked an op? Terminator, if you're still watching, do your op attack. We'll show it live, and assuming that I see it in time. I spent the gold, parents. Come on, man. I'm already there. That shock launcher will be a problem. Low health, though. Look how much... this is basically a core hit. So we're going to come up. We're going to get rid of these rocket launchers. Then we'll come over here and hit the core. I mean, we should be able to melt that. CMOs and I do not get along. So we're going to stay away from the CMO. We'll come over. We'll get rid of that rocket launcher. Then we'll just do a core hit. See if we can melt it. Just trying to keep things interesting more so than do the smart thing. Low levels, please. Please get yourself a nice easy beach. The biggest mistake I make on Mega Crab is to go straight for the core and then I fail and then I still I've used up all the cryo bombs, I've used up all the critter containers, and then I still have to smoke the shores, which you never want to have to deal with. So just clear the shore, make life easy, and you're good to go. GTG, let's get rid of this mine right here. I can never get all 4 at the same time here. I always miss. But we got it. Okay, so now we're going to go heavy Zuka. And hopefully, we're going to get rid of these rocket launchers with only 1 shock is my goal. Need to save some shocks for that core hit. Also managed to get the mortar in that shock, which was pretty important. That mine is just haunting me, though. That mine is going to... Yeah, saw that coming a mile away. So now we've got a nice clear shore. We just lost brick, sadly, which is not going to help matters whatsoever. But we somehow managed to avoid shock mines. I don't know if shock mines have a bigger trigger radius or not, but I just always manage to hit every single shock mine, and it drives me absolutely batty. So we're going to shock in here and in here and in here. Might as well shock that as well, hoping to keep... Oh no, I thought we'd have enough range between our heavies and our Zukas. Now I need to flare something else and just try to clear in this area, trying to get... We weren't going to burn the core because I got absolutely destroyed. Let's go like this. Ugh, that was awful. Bad. Hey, what's going on, Jeremy Jacobs? Thanks for coming in, and like I said, happy to help. If you have any suggestions on future videos you'd like to see, or questions from other videos, please don't hesitate to ask. So, as you saw, huge failure there. This shock launcher hit our heavies and our Zukas, did not have enough separation. But on the plus side, nice, easy walk. So we've managed to make things much easier, and should be able to take this down. Gross. Yes, I am back in action. But at the same time, it is summertime, so I tend to be, I tend to be offline a bunch in summertime, but I have a ton of work to do this summer, so probably be more available than not. I think I have like a 4-day holiday, 4-day vacation booked like twice. Going camping like once, not having my standard summertime, because I've already, all the guys that I work with, I still have vacation days left, but the guys that I work with, I've already used 5 or 6 weeks vacation this year, so it's not really fair for me to take any more vacation, so just going to be sitting around working. Not ideal, sad trombone for sure, but that's kind of just trying to keep things fair. I could keep taking time off, but I don't think that I've run out of human capital. If you've never heard the term human capital before, it's a good one. And we're going to sit right in here, hoping that my flare is going to get us there. So far, all of my core hits have been awful, so really, really hoping that I can actually pull one off that's not bad. Now, we're going to use one more round of battle orders and one more shock in here, and hopefully a medkit should get it down. Getting more than 1 million damage with low-level Zookas is fairly difficult at time. Using Scorchers, easy peasy. I only have level 1 Scorchers for those of you who just joined us. So we used Scorchers for the early stages and then we lost. So we got rid of the Scorchers. And I also only have level 1 tanks, so also got rid of that. Now this one looks, we've got mines there. That is going to be a problem. See, that microwaver right there. Otherwise we can just walk to that back corner and should be able to take this entire base down. But that microwaver would melt all of our troops unless we had some way, unless I somehow got cannons to here or something like that. Let's, I don't really know what I want to do here. Anyone have a suggestion? I'm not pushing with any account. I'm way too busy for pushing. This is going to be a quick stream. I don't know how much longer I can be on here. I'm dying for a coffee and I have work to do, but we're just going to push as long as we can on this. The next trophy is at level 40, isn't it? So we have 36 attacks to get to stage 40. I'm going to try to do another. I don't think I have any plans tonight. I don't think. We're going to the lake with my kids, and then after that, maybe I'll do another stream, but I just don't have time to push on my main. I generally on my main just drop troops, close the game until I fail, and then just try to get the diamond statue, and then I stop playing. So Mega Crab for me on my main account is a source of powder. It's nothing else. It's not something that I'm going to push the leaderboards or anything like that. So we'll see. Smoke around the microwaver above. Yeah, see, that's a long walk is the problem. I would add probably 3 or 4 smokes, so we're just not going to do that. That's too far. You know what, let's start with our CZM, and then our CZM. Let's just change to our ZM. We'll clear the shore. We're going to load our ZM. We'll see what we can do here, and then, do I have any tokens that I can spend? Yeah, see, everything's maxed. No upgrades on any. Oh, there we go. I can upgrade Iron Will. Let's upgrade Iron Will. Yes, the most. I really wish they would buff Iron Will. Iron Will is just. I don't think I've ever seen anyone use Iron Will in the history of Iron Will. GBE the microwaver. That's a great suggestion. Problem is, it probably has tons of health. Let's see here. 40,000. See, that's going to take me in the neighborhood of 90 GBE just to get rid of that, because we are HQ18, and HQ18's GBE does not work terribly well. Best statue lineup, realistically, because we're talking about Life Leech, if you're going to be using Scorchers, you want to have something like 1 GBE, 7 troop damage. The more troop damage you can have, the better, just because you're going to get more health from the Mega Crab. Now, obviously, this is the second time we've had the Scorched Mega Crab. This is I guess that's probably not fair to say, but the exact same crab. So what I would suggest is if you're not sure, check out last year's crab, check out last year's Scorched Crab, talk to the people who are pushing the leaderboards, the Jamars. I don't even know who else is pushing. I don't even know if Jamar is still pushing for that matter, but they're troop damage, 1 GBE with 7 troop damage and 2 troop health. Probably likely going to be your best bet, but I can't say for sure because it depends what kind of troops you're looking at using, what level HQ you're sitting at. And we're about to get absolutely demolished by all of those rocket launchers because my medics are also, I think my medics are level 2 or so. Let's smoke into here and see if we can't just clear a bunch of stuff. This is going to be a massacre, I have a feeling, but that's okay too. 1, 2, 3, we're going to get some critters out. And we're just going to clear as much as we possibly can in this general direction because these rocket launchers, we're going to just destroy us regardless. So let's get some critter swarms out and keep going and clear our way to the things. Yeah, shocking. I don't mind shocking the microwaver. Typically, like on operation attacks, I'll shock the microwaver as I go by. But the problem with low-level attacks is if I was to try to shock the microwaver on that attack and fail, I would have to do it all over again. So what we're going to do is, by doing this, we can now shock the microwaver without a heck of a lot of difficulty as we walk by because we have the GBE to do it because we can save all, we don't have to shock, we don't have to smoke any of that. So on my low level account, I really try not to do, let's see here, we have an operation attack. Terminator coming in, I told you we'd show his hit. Let's see. There's a lot of rocket launchers. Quota is never a fun base for low levels because look how many 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 rocket launchers, a shock launcher, a doom cannon. Nice little granny flare. Lost the delay on these 2 rocket launchers. Hopefully he knows that because when it comes to shocking, when you've lost the delay, he needs to shock these first unless he's just doing a clearing hit. I have no idea what. Oh, there we go. Bit of an angle. Uh-oh. Did not see the angle happening. So smoke was a little bit too far to the left, but still has some troops. No brick, sadly. Flaring the core. Shocking nice and early, but missed the shock launcher. Must have been copying my hits on my Mega Crab. I think I've missed every shock launcher so far. Good hit, though. Just as you saw, that last flare right in the middle there was on a bit of an angle, so the troops walk on a 45-degree angle. Good hit though. Let's keep going. Never used them before. They are maxed. Warriors are the only troop I don't have maxed. You've never used... Sorry, Ben, you're saying you've never used Scorchers, but you've maxed them before Warriors? That just confuses me. Let's keep going. What we're going to do here is we're going to drop an artillery right there. And we're just going to smoke to the core because why not? Now, like I said, it's just I don't ever try to... I very rarely try to solo on low-level accounts. Just because otherwise, if you fail, you're just going to end up 4 hitting or 5 hitting or 3 hitting or whatever it might be. By doing this nice clearing hit, we guaranteed it's going to be 2. And when you're trying to get a specific statue, like we're trying to get the gold statue on this account, you'd need to minimize your mistakes. And if your mistakes happen, they need to not be super costly. So right now, I'm really hoping that my troops can get to that flare. Because if they can't, we're going to have a very bad time. Brick is probably going to die, but I really don't care about Brick dying. Getting past that microwaver in time to get up into there, and I think we're good. So shocking that microwaver, because we have all of this extra GBE, worked out very well. And when I say extra GBE, I mean from not having to smoke near the shore. Now I think this is going to go down. See, nice, easy 2 hits, and down goes stage number 20. Dose. Yeah, Scorchers on PvP. I like to only use, if you've never used Scorchers on PvP, I like to use 3 Scorchers. Only use 2 or 3, smoke them to the back of the base. It's very, very easy to smoke 2 or 3 Scorchers, and most bases, when you smoke Scorchers to the back, nothing can stop them. Absolutely nothing can stop, or not absolutely nothing, but rarely can bases stop level 2 or level 3 Scorchers, or 2 or 3 of them, I should say. So, hate warriors. Wow, that's unusual. This base, as you can see here, machine guns, machine guns, machine guns, machine guns. Low levels are going to struggle very, very much against machine guns. So what we're going to do is we're going to use Grenadiers. I'm going to use Grenadiers, and we're going to 2-hit this base. I'm going to get rid of all of these machine guns, and hopefully these shields, and then we can come over and hit the core. Thanks, Mr. Steven. Doing Duplexity, you learn I really, really wish, sorry, I have so many trains of thought. Glasgow loves trains though, so we're good there. Using Duplexity, you learn to deal with CMOs, you learn to deal with microwavers, and the fact that you don't see them anywhere else kind of bothers me. I wish that there was Dr. T with microwavers and CMOs. I wish there was War Factory with microwavers and CMOs. Obviously that would raise the difficulty level, but come on. Let's go, like so. Comme ça. We're going to drop this into here, and we're going to drop all of our Grenadiers over here, and hopefully we're not going to get ruined by those rocket launchers. We're going to find out very, very quickly. I don't ever calculate damage for the most part. So we're going to see how this goes as far as, look at that. That cryo bomb saved the day big time. So cryo bomb definitely, mortar. Yeah, mortar needs to be shocked. Max level mortars not doing good things for us at all. So that mortar not doing good things. Not doing good things at all. One shot from a mortar against a Grenadier is not a good sign. So level 1 Grenadiers not only lack damage, but they also lack in health. Grenadiers have a surprisingly high amount of health, but not when you're level 1. So, and when you don't have troop health as well. So, a little bit hamstrung there. We're going to get that cryo bomb in the back popped just because, and I mean, look at this. Grenadiers, clearing. We have tons and tons of GBE left. Now, what I'm going to aim to do here is get rid of this mortar right in there. Then we're going to swing to the right, and I want to get rid of that other mortar on the right, and hopefully the shock launcher in behind it, and then we should be good to clear up access to those shields. Actually, you know what? Let's see if I can hack that mortar. That would be super duper. Oh no! Oh no! That was the mortar of doom. That was not a good thing at all. Just lost like half of my Grenadiers. That's the problem with Grenadiers. If you let them get bunched and a mortar lands right on top of them, you are just done. Like done. Probably could have used smoke there, but let's get rid of, if we can get rid of that shock launcher right about now, it would set us up for our second hit to be super duper amazingly awesome. So we're now in shock launcher hell. Anytime you get stuck in a triangle between 2 shock launchers, you're basically just done. Like done. Probably could smoke Everspark over into this corner, but I mean, our primary goal has been accomplished. We can come over here, get these shields, and then maybe come back. So we're just going to wait for Everspark to die. Okay, good night, Everspark. Did not do that hit terribly well at all. Should have used some GBE to get rid of this. Oops, what did I just do? I threw smoke. Perfect. Let's retreat. On this account, I'm aiming for stage 40. I think it should be possible. We'll find out at some point soon. But now we're going to come back in. We've softened this up, and we should be able to 2-hit this. I don't know if it's actually going to happen, because it's a fairly ambitious attack for what's going to happen, but we'll see what we can do here. Not a lot of health on that. No rocket launchers range our shields, so we should be able to get there, then come over into here and hit the core. Only 412,000 health on the core. So let's see here. We're going to have to shock 1, 2, 3. It's going to be like a 3 or 4 shock core hit. So the answer is, we'll see. I really, really wish we had the Barrage Damage Tribe, because I think it's the Barrage Damage Tribe, but obviously HQ18 does not have access to the higher level tribes, sadly. So we're going to go like this. Now I'm going to use a barrage back here, and we're going to get rid of a bunch of mines, getting ourselves a nice little spot. I always recommend on operation attacks, always on operation attacks, drop your troops after you use your GBE. Otherwise, you're going to be trying to do too many things and keep it simple, stupid, because bad things can happen if you don't. So we're going to come right over into here. You'll notice that I haven't dropped Brick yet because Brick walks faster. Definitely something that you should know by now. If you don't, drop Brick late. It's a huge advantage dropping Brick late, and it can seriously improve your attacks. Oh no, we're going to go right into here. Get back into here. Get in. Oh my gee. We're going to drop our explosive critters over here, trying to keep Brick alive. And then we can get the rest of the critters out and hopefully get all of these shields. We're not going to have a ton of GBE here, I gotta say. So, need to get this going right into here. Oh, and it's so close. Just living absolutely on the edge with every little bit. I don't think we're going to be able to take this base down. We've already lost the delay, and we don't have enough GBE to do anything excitingly fun. So I don't think we're even going to get to the core hit. Let's go 1 and 2. Yeah, we're going to get absolutely pummeled here. So we need to flare the core. We need to shock like in here and then just watch all of our troops die. But doing some damage to the core. 3 hits. 3 hits. That sucks. Not 100. What is the question here? Not 100% sure, but isn't the DPS times the percent of life leech how much health? No. Not with Scorchers. Not completely. So with Scorchers, they do this. Scorchers, if you take their full DPS here, if you can't just multiply this DPS, because that extra burning damage that gets added in here does not life leech. You only get life leech from Scorchers when they're actually hugging up against a building, burning it. So it's a little bit awkward trying to do a calculation for DPS or life leech for a Scorcher, because they do some damage which you don't actually get life leech on. They only do life leech when they're actually up against the building, physically burning it. So I have initially reported that as a bug to the Boom Beach team. They came back and said, no, that's to be expected. Because I was doing the math and saying, like, this does not add up. Like, 2 plus 2 is coming out as 3.5. So they quickly got back to me. This was a year ago, I suppose, saying, nope, that's to be expected. It's normal. All is well. And thankfully, the math does make sense once you figure it out. So you just have to know, like, advanced trigonometry to make it work, essentially. So we're going to keep shocking and shocking and shocking, and that basically should be everything. And down it goes. 3 hits on 23. Ouch. But not bad. That's like anytime you can 2-hit, like your goal for Mega Crab typically should be a 2-hit for most stages, especially as a low-level player. Hank, I don't have Crab for 8.5 hours on my other account either. You must be somewhere near me. Strange. We're going to use RZM again. Now, this is where, when you have instant training, it really helps. Being able to use different troop loadouts to set up a base and then finish a base really does help. King Dark, we have some royalty in the house. welcome, welcome aboard. How goes it, Mr. Dark? I can assume your gender when you're a king, right? I think. Let's go. We're going to go like this, and then we're going to drop all of our troops. Explosive critters are not super, super useful, as you've probably heard me say 20 times already, but they can be useful just to let Everspark get dropped, get our troops dropped, and clear some mines and all of those things. Now we've got our critters out front. These zmos should not be a big concern. Now that we've gotten rid of the zmos, we're going to pull out and come back over into here. Yeah, I'm so with, oh, look at that. That just scared me. That leg popping up there. Mega Crab, you have to really be careful with your Scorchers. The other thing to be aware of is that, I would say obviously, but I don't want to sound like a complete jerk, but when your troops are walking and or moving, they're not going to be doing any damage, so you're not going to be regaining any health. So, you want to try to use smoke where possible to keep your troops so that when they're walking, like right now, they're not going to be regenerating any health. So you have to be a little bit careful as far as when your troops are walking. They're not going to. So these boom cannons, if you're walking up to with a Scorcher, I know it doesn't really make complete sense, but you just have to minimize when they're not attacking, basically. You want your troops to be attacking as much as they possibly can. Otherwise, you're going to have a bad time, and you're going to wonder where all your Scorchers went, and you're not going to be super duper happy. We're going to shock the mortar with the Doom Cannon, trying to remember which things to shock, which things are important. Mortars versus my RZM, not a terribly good combo. Now, so far, if we can get that Doom Cannon down, I'm going to call this attack a success. I probably should flare it because we're about to lose all of our troops. And let's go. Come on, dudes. I think I can get rid... Maybe. Critters. Come on, Critters. Critters plus Everspark just doing magical things. And the Doom Cannon is down. So now we've got half the shields down. We've got Boom Beach. Mr. Stephen Cooch asking important questions. Are we ever going to see the Mega Turtle again? I don't know. I keep asking them. We have not had those Mega Super Grens. You remember those troop vats? We have not seen the Super Grens in way too long. I loved those Super Grens, even just for their crazy effects of like blowing things up. I can't remember anything else that was on the Mega Turtle, but come on. That was epic, and really enjoyed those Super Grens. So I would love to have the Super Mega Turtle come back. Don't know if it's going to happen, though. Don't have any clues at all. We're going to sit behind the core, I think. Checking our ranges. Should be able to walk. I don't know. We're just going to hit the core. Setup, step 1, hit core, step 2, Bob's your uncle. I wish I had an uncle named Bob. I got a John, but no Bob. I am getting towards the end of my live stream life for the day. Have not had a coffee. Since 6:40 a.m. or whatever it was, some ridiculous time. So, I also haven't drank water, so I got this big cotton mouth thing going on. So we're getting towards the end. Unless you guys have live nearby and can bring me water. I don't know why I just artilleried that. That was just not smart. Let's go Kamsa. Yes, I am super bilingual. And we're going to flare the core. And I hope that we can burn it down. I did not check the health, which was a dumb move. And so I also didn't check what I need to shock. Is there anything else around that I need to shock? I think we should be good. Let's BART that. Uh-oh, we're in trouble. We are in trouble. Thankfully that... Oh man, we're done. That is a problem. So, as you can see here, we're about to die. A horrible, painful death. And I have no GBE to stop what's about to happen. So, don't do that. there was no reason not to come over here and get these shields. But bad things just happened. So we're going to 3-hit 24. We just 3-hit 23, which means our chances of getting a gold statue are quickly disappearing. I shocked a little bit too early, and I did not check the health from the shield. So apparently stage 24 has a reasonable amount of health. That's the first time we have encountered that. I've already got half the shields down, so I just assumed, hey, we'll go up and we'll have 0 issues. I think I got shields down anyways. I kind of assumed so, but did not work out. So lesson number 64 from learning from my mistakes: always check the health of the shields before you attack, because not scouting just makes you look like an idiot for the most part. We're going to go comme ça. Yes, I just gotta mix in French every so often just to pretend like I know how to speak other languages. And then we are going to flare the core. I like to flare the core fairly late. That's kind of my thing. I find that flaring the core late helps your troops stay underneath smoke, and then you can drop a smoke on the end of with your troops just to make yourself feel better about things. I miss Silly Merp. She did the best. Having Silly Merp's sexy British voice make the sad trombone sound was far better than anything I could ever pull off. So, if we can clear the mines, why is this? I wonder what that shield was on stage 24. I feel like it couldn't have been 1,000,000 because I would have been able to burn through it better than that, but who knows? So, we don't really need to do much on this level besides we're going to clear these mortars just to simplify things. We're going to clear all of these mines, and we need to get the shields, and then hopefully we can hit the core with like 1 shock, 2 shocks, something like that. So we're going to 2-hit this. Hopefully if I 3-hit again, I'm going to probably cry potentially, but we shall find out very soon. I don't know what troops to use. Probably our ZM. Probably could use... I wish my Scorchers were a higher level, and that's why I chose to do Mega Crab on this low level account, because you have to make hard choices of troops. On the higher levels, you don't have... Like, you can get to stage 45 without having to really think if you're a max level and you have decent statues. So, we're trying to do things in a bit more... intellectual manner. That's my excuse here. We're gonna say intellectual manner, and we're gonna drop this, and then we're gonna go 1 2 3 1 2 3, and we're gonna hope that the mortars are gonna shoot and not destroy all of our troops. That is our goal right about now, and just trying to clear these front mortars, which is not going super duper well. Now, we're going to smoke right into here, hoping to keep some troops alive, and then we're going to come over into here. Now, it's actually a benefit. Yes, I'm trying to make it sound like I'm excited that my troops are injured, because by having your troops be injured, your medics are going to keep up, which will help with the rest of your attack. So we're going to get rid of this mine over here so that it doesn't ruin my life. And then, hopefully, we'll be able to get into here and drop this and blow this up and get these cryo bomb out. And hopefully the critters are going to help, because if they don't, I'm going to be in a world of pain. All my goal right here is to get rid of these shields. So anything else is going to be a bonus. Getting rid of shields needs to happen very soon before those rocket launchers come out of shockingness. And now we're just going to use all of our GBE in here to get rid of some mines. Krusty, what's going on? Tamam? It is currently exactly 10:50 a.m. here. I am on the west coast of Canada, and we're going to go like this, get rid of those mines. I'm on the west coast of Canada, and this account was made in New Zealand, so bit of a weird situation where you have 2 time zones happening at the same time. It's like a parallax. Let's get some Zookas loaded. You're wondering why I'm not using heavies at all. The reason for that is because smoking heavies, I'm not gonna have enough separation, really, I don't think. So we're just gonna get into here. We're gonna hit this core, and only 400,000 health, so should be able to get this down. I hope. If not, I'm going to be very, very sad. I'm just hoping there's not some hidden mine somewhere in this general vicinity. See, mortar's gone, means we can walk our troops all the way across. I think they would have ranged the core, or shore I should say. If not, then joke's on me, I suppose. And then we're going to flare all the way back. Nice long javelin flare, as I think it was Savage Warrior coined the term javelin flare. If you've never heard of a javelin flare, please do look it up. There are many, many good videos on it, making your troops walk nice and skinny, which is a great way to keep the delay. And then we're going to throw our, I can't remember the name of it, our last smoke, second last, or whatever you want to call it. And then we're going to flare the core, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3 shocks, I think. Oops, need to get more shocks. That should do it, though. Down goes stage 25. 2 hits, exactly what you want to aim for the most part. I mean, solos feel good, but when you miss a solo, man, does it suck, because you just end up just so frustrated. Oh. Mr. Michael Gunderson, I traveled yesterday, I worked yesterday, the late night live stream was not gonna happen. So time zones, definitely an issue. Man, stage 26 is ugly. Ugly. Where am I at here? Am I on this? Yes! Take that, the chicken. We're number 7. Is that turtle like the proper turtle, like Crazy Turtle? If so, I didn't realize he still played Boom Beach. I hope it is him, just for the sake of the game. Any other names I recognize? I wish I was on the New Zealand leaderboard here. My main account on the New Zealand leaderboard, or one of them, and they have so many names. Like there's always like an Aaron and a Jeff and a Roger, and everyone in New Zealand uses their first name. Not that Rob and Ray don't count, or Hal. And even is Hutch a first name? Isn't that a Will Smith movie? Possibly. So yeah, I don't even know where to start on this base. Lots and lots of things. This is the kind of base where if you screw up, it's going to be like a 6-hitter or something ridiculous as a low-level account. So, this is ugly. This is really ugly. So, I'm going to do something I haven't done yet. We're gonna mix it up a little bit, I think. Just give me a second to load my troops, and then we're going to have a look. As a low-level account, if you're XP 37 or above, you have the most useful ability in the history of abilities, and that is the, what am I trying to say? Everspark's, what am I trying to say? Come on, someone help me out here. I'm trying to say Universal Remote. Universal Remote. Oh, man, Hitch, not Hutch. Sorry, my bad. I have no idea what that was about. Maybe I'm assuming there was a dog in it, but I don't know. Let's keep looking. And what we're going to do is I'm going to hack this rocket launcher. I'm going to hack this shock launcher. I'm going to hack this rocket launcher. And then GBE, if we have the GBE, I'm going to get rid... No, I'm not going to do that. We're just going to get rid of 3 primary defenses using Everspark. And that is what we're going to do. I'm going to drop her right here. I'm going to press the hack button, and I'm hoping that I can get... There we go. That's exactly what I was after. Now, I'm going to go like this. Oh, no. Oh, no. Not what I was hoping to have happen. So, the cryobomb exploded, and as a result, bad things happened. So, for the cost of very limited GBE, we're going to get rid of a rocket launcher, 2 rocket launchers, and a shock launcher. We're going to double hack right about now. And now we can basically clear this entire right shore without having to do a heck of a lot of thinking. We're going to have to shock these rocket launchers back here. I'm going to use my GBE on this rocket launcher. And then we should be... I mean, we should be in a pretty good spot. All we're doing here is trying to set up some form. Why I'm going right, you're asking? I don't really have any idea why I'm going right, to be completely honest, but that's what we've decided to do. So I'm going to drop this on here because it's cheaper than using a artillery. And as soon as that cryo bomb explodes, blows up, does its thing, we're going to drop all of our stuff right into here. And we're going to go like this, really, really, really hoping. The fact that that rocket launcher is pointing at my right side rifles, I'd really like to get rid of it without, look at that, beautiful, 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 beautiful. Now we need to go like this and like this, cryobombing, just pushing our next attack so it starts at a different level. That's the goal here, is just trying to get somewhere near the core. I haven't really thought this attack through all that much, but I mean, we've done pretty well. We now have a nice, easy shore to walk on, which is important for dates and for Boom Beach. And we've gotten rid of 3-4 rocket launchers and a shock launcher. We're still farming GBE, barely alive. We don't have Everspark, obviously, so we don't have those. RZM works a little bit better when you have, obviously, some free critters to keep your troops alive. But we've done something. I don't really know what our next plan is. Gonna have to check how much health is on that core. Nemesis! What's going on? I don't recognize... I see a lot of names I don't really recognize, and I love it. That is the best possible... Uh-oh, my mouse doesn't work. Is my computer frozen? There we go. Hopefully the video is not super awful for you, because my mouse and my computer is super laggy. Let's see how much health we have here. So, 1.6 million. I cannot do... There's going to be 1 perfect shock there, 2, 3 shocks, 3 shock core hit. Can I maybe do... No, because I have to get that machine gun. So, 1, 2, 3, 4 shock core hits. I definitely can't do an 8-hit... I'm kind of tempted just to do 2 core hits, because if I go for these shields, they're in the middle of all of this mess. If I do 2 core hits, or I can do... Oh, supply chest. So, no, I have... I barely ever attack on this account, so I never know. Supply chest, I have multiple accounts, so I don't know if it's at 1 star or 5 stars. And so, as you can see here, where's my radar? I'm just waiting for my next... I'm at 1% mercenary. I'm just waiting for that one troop to land, and then I'll go get my supply chest. I'm not a good radar person. Yeah, that's a good point. Barding out that rocket launcher. I think what I should have done, instead of barding out that rocket launcher, because I would have been in that rocket launcher's blind spot, like Mr. Kutch said. I should have barded out this machine gun and shock launcher. Then I would only have 1, 2, 3 shocks, and I could probably do 3 shocks twice. But instead, I barded out a rocket launcher, which means basically nothing. So, not super duper smart. We're just gonna do 2 core hits. I know I can take this down in 2 core hits. I don't think any other troop combo will be able to get it down in 1 hit. So let's just do 2 core hits, and I'll use all my extra GBE on that shock launcher right there. Oh, it's not a lot of GBE to get rid of it though. This is where, if I wasn't doing a live stream, I'd probably calculate how much GBE to get rid of a 30,000 health shock launcher. And then I could do a 1, 2, 3 shock core hit. I already tried Mr. Sad Trombone to do a live op hit, but sadly, I already attacked the op. So maybe we could switch accounts towards the end and see if I have another live op attack I can do. But I tried and failed. I did not... If I would have been smart, I would have planned. I would have had some warships chest saved up. I would have had an operation attack or 3 to do. But my planning skills are not good. My wife went out last night, and I was home alone and bored after doing all of my good fatherly, husbandly chores. So I attacked Mega Crab. I mean, not Mega Crab. I attacked all of the operations and things. So no warships chests left over. No operation attacks. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh man, when your heart skips a beat. Oh, it did it twice. So not good. Remember how I said I guarantee I could get it down in 2 attacks? Well, probably not going to happen. I shocked super early because we did lose the delay. And now let's try to get rid of this machine gun and shock launcher, because at least we'll have accomplished something useful. Man, that was ugly. Just absolutely ugly. Thought I was going to get wrecked to start with on the flamethrower. Not good. Not good pathing whatsoever. Did I actually manage to... Oh, look at that! We're picking up GBE! We're picking up GBE! Just gonna throw it on the core, I suppose. Probably should have popped that cryo bomb, but at least we have a 3-shock core hit now, so I can probably do... we're gonna speak some French? I love it. Quel coin? I don't know what coin means, though. What's coin mean? Like, is that... I'm guessing you're asking where parents lives? The shield generators have... Oh, I could have barded those out. That would have been smart, too. Good point. Good point. Good point. What does coin mean, Paris? What are we talking here? Is that... Oh, this is going to be a tough hit. 1.3 million health. 1.3 million health. 1.3 million health. Je suis de... just à côté de Carpentras. Near Carpentras. That's... I was like right next to Carpentras. In the southeast. So, loved France. I can't say enough good things about France. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've annoyed everyone that I know talking about France, but the people are just so ridiculously generous and kind and polite, and I just hope my kids turn out to be as well-spoken and as well-mannered as French kids, because French kids just blow my mind. Perrins got the F out of Dodge. Mr. Brexit himself. I wonder if Brexit's ever actually going to happen. I don't know a heck of a lot about it. Oh, I'm short on GBE. Look at that. So we're going to be 9 GBE short to do 6 shocks. So we're going to have a really bad time. But hopefully if those shields pop, we'll have enough GBE to start shocking again in 3, 2, 1. Look at that. Look at that. Using... Oh no! That rocket launcher got a few shots off. Come on, this is going to be so incredibly close. Look at this! Boom! Shalak alaka. That was fantastic. I've never heard the term coin. I've never heard it asked that. It's really kind of embarrassing. In Canada, when you learn to ask someone's name, you say like, comment t'appelles-tu? Which means like, what do I call you? But no one says that in France. I said that in France and people looked at me like, what are you talking about? And then we're taught in school to say like, je m'appelle zmot. And no one says that in French either. They're like, no. Like, they ask like, what's your first name? Like, and so it's one of those things where school in Canada set me up to look like a complete idiot in France, essentially. Which wasn't super awesome, but I look like an idiot in most places, so it's not a big deal, but I was like, kind of like, it's like when you feel cocky or you're confident, you walk up and you're like, oh, what's your name? And they're like, what'd you just say? So that happened a fair amount in France. So do not recommend. Super duper awesomeness. Now we're gonna hack things. We're gonna do the exact same thing as last time, I think. We're gonna... How much health do these have? Those have 37 health. These have... So we're gonna hack shock launchers and BART rocket launchers, I think is my general plan. I don't know. Probably don't need to be doing this. You know what? We're not going to do it. We're not going to do it. We're just going to walk our troops. We're going to walk our troops, and it's going to be amazingly awesome. And we're going to rely on the power of the cryo bomb. So getting these 3 cryo bombs would be difficult with obviously because of artillery and damage and all that sort of stuff. Using these explosive critters, you can get 3 cryo bombs with a little bit of GBE, so it's a good use of them for sure. We're going to pop this cryo bomb, we're going to pop this cryo bomb, and then we're going to get our troops out and going. And oh no, this is the problem with dropping on the left-hand side like I just did. You end up getting 2 beaches involved, which is not a good thing at all. Let's pop this cryo bomb over here. Keep the train moving. Mr. Glasgow said he likes trains, so trains it is. Starting to lean towards the fact that I probably should have used Everspark a little bit smarter, but we'll see. In about 3, 2, 1, more critters, more critters. I mean, we're clearing the shore, so worst case, we have a clear shore, I suppose, but come on. Just so many things happening. Like, look how wide this base is. There's so many different layers of stuff, and I really, let's get over into here, because that cryo bomb's gonna completely ruin all of my troops. Cryo bombs and low-level troops, not a good combo. But there we go, explosive critters saving the day again. Really need to get that shock launcher down. Please get the shock launcher down. Nope, shock launcher is not going down except for with GBE. There we go. There we go. Hey, Nemesis, I'm glad I helped. That's my favorite thing to hear from people, is that I helped. That's basically the primary reason, because I mean, you see task forces doing, like, they use like heavy tank rifle medic attacks, and you're just like, or you see someone with like 2 green statues, 2 purple statues, 2 red statues, and 2 ice statues, and you're like, if you only knew how much fun the game could be. I mean, obviously different people play the game different ways, but I kind of assume someone who has, like, that first opening screen that says you can only have 1 masterpiece of each time, I think that needs to go. I think that ruins so many people's Boom Beach lives. How can we finish this? Cryo bomb. That cryo bomb on the left-hand side absolutely ruined me. So now, if I can get Everspark, you know what? We're going to do something a little bit ridiculously dumb. Brian Fletcher in the house, another person who always comments, always says hi. Please be a Brian Fletcher. Every single one of you, please aim to be Brian Fletcher. Everyone loves a Brian Fletcher. Come on. We're going to drop Everspark. We're going to push the hack button, and we're going to flare that way back there. Now, Everspark's critters are going to be a huge problem here, but hopefully not as big a problem as I expect them to be. We'll find out in about 3, 2, as long as they don't hit a cryo bomb, we should be okay. We're going to hack this shock launcher right here. Come on. And then we're going to throw a smoke right about now. And then we're going to push the hack button, and we're going to flare that one back there. But of course we got hit by a cryo bomb. I'm pretty sure that shock launcher popped the cryo bomb. Did not expect that whatsoever. Hopefully the cryo bomb has worn off by the time that Everspark gets there. This could be a major problem. I'm going to throw one more smoke just to keep her alive and let that cryo bomb wear off. So now we're going to should be able to go left, because Everspark's going to get rid of all of the things for us. Everspark is still alive, amazingly enough. And then we're going to come all the way back into here. She's still alive. I'm kind of amazed. Number 1, that the shock launcher popped that many cryo bombs. And number 2, that Everspark is still alive. Now, keeping her alive, obviously, is optional. I really am banking on her critters, though. So, I did not plan at all for Everspark to die via critter. So we're going to drop all of our medics over in here now, in the hopes that they can heal her up as she runs away. And then we're going to shock right in there and hopefully get some. So there's nothing worse than trying to keep her alive and then having her die. So it actually worked out pretty well. Let's pop this cryo bomb in here. And now we're going to try our darndest to keep all of our troops alive and well. I just wanted to go get that one extra shield because I don't think we'll be able to finish this, but we might be able to come close. Uh-oh, we have no GBE left. Let's drop this critter bomb right in there in the hopes that maybe that machine gun will turn. Low power mode activated. Love getting a low power mode warning as I'm trying to attack a base. Come on, I would really, really like to pop that cryo bomb behind the core to keep that rocket launcher from ruining my life. I mean, is it going to go? I kind of doubt it. But we kind of have a shot here. Kind of, sort of have a shot. Let's get rid of that flamethrower over there. And now we're going to get wrecked by maybe. Why not use 2 boats medics, 6 boats tanks, and bullet? Well, I don't know where I begin to start answering that question. Why not use bullet? Because I don't have bullet. This is an HQ18 account that does not have bullet. Why not use what you just mentioned? Because I don't have 8 boats. And why not use tank medic? Because tank medic I don't find to be super fun or exciting. And the reason why I'm doing my HQ18 account is because you actually have to make choices. The thing about dropping a max level account is that you can get to level 45 with just dropping your troops and closing your eyes. You can get to diamond statue the same way, essentially. It's not a challenge, and I would have to sit here for 8 hours to get into like difficult stages and fun stages. So I figured let's use an HQ18 account and actually have to make hard choices and do difficult attacks with troops that are not standard, for lack of a better term. Using max level Scorchers with like 5 troop health statues and 5 troop damage statues is gonna crush everything in front of you. Yes, parents, I'm sorry that I blasphemed. Parents is Mr. Tank Medic. But so my goal here is to use troops that are non-standard. Hopefully help some of those lower level players that I only have level 1 Scorchers. I only have level 2 tanks. I can't just drop my troops and hope for the best. And max level players with max level statues, for as a general rule, for most stages, can just drop your troops and hope for the best. So I'm trying to avoid doing that so that we can keep things new and exciting and interesting and all that jazz. So we're on HQ18. We're just doing things a slight bit different. We should be able to free snipe this, I think. For those of you who don't know what a free snipe is where you just stand around without having to use any shocks and you burn that candle. And then you drop a couple barrages on top and hope that you get all of the troops before things finish exploding, because instant training is a magical, magical thing, and I can't live without it. Let's have a look at stage 28. Let's go to stage 30, then we'll call it a day just to make it a nice random... Oh my god! Oh my gosh. That is not a fun base. So, 2.6 million. Rocket launcher does not range. Rocket launcher does not range. Rocket launcher might range. So, I need to get rid of this rocket launcher and this shock launcher. And then we should be able to have a little cuddle spot, little snuggle spot, as Miss Silly Merp would say. Maybe. Might want to get rid of these mortars as well. But we can probably BART those out. So this is going to be a mess. Need to clear the shore here. Need to get ourselves cleared in this shore area. And need to make a little snuggle spot back here because that's a lot. We need to make a... Speaking of free snipes, we need to get another free snipe happening. So let's do that because, oh my god. God spelled G-A-W-D. Is there any boom mines? If there's a boom mine hidden back in here, I'm going to cry and cry and cry. But otherwise, I'm maxed on gold. Thank you very much. Where is Requiem when we need him? Typically, Requiem would be the guy telling me to use my stuff. let's go like this. We're going to get a... No, that's not what I want. We're going to go heavy. No, let's just scratch all of this. That was... I'm going to be using a lot of GBE to get Everspark back there. So now I need to add a boat of heavies in here. And we're going to use... let's just go like that. Then we're going to get Everspark in here. We're going to get the universal remote. And we're going to try to 2-hit 28. First hit is going to be set up a hit. Second hit is going to be all of the magic involved. I'm just going to hope for the best. Ugh, this is going to be gross. Okay. So we're going to use probably 4 flares. Let's go like this. I'm going to mark this rocket right here. If you don't know what marking is, please do let me know, because you need to know how to mark things. Marking is so critically important in Boom Beach. Oh no, you're walking. Oh, there we go. And now we're going to walk. Where are we going to? I'm trying to go to there. Right into there. And I think I threw my flare on the wrong side. So I'm going to change my flare location, because otherwise I was going to walk through all those mines. And I do not have troop health, so that would have been very bad. Sounds like I live in the ghetto at the moment. Do not live in the ghetto. We're going to throw a medkit on top of Everspark. Did not need the medkit. Okay, so lesson learned. We're going to get rid of that shock launcher. I can't see my smoke timer. Oh, there it is. Okay, smoke timer almost hidden by the medkit. Getting rid of the shock launcher. Getting rid of the rocket launcher. Now we just need to get rid of a lot of mines and see what we can't do. Perrins loves tanks medic. Like loves. I've never heard of anyone who argues for another troop as much as Perrins argues for... Let's go like this. Come on, don't get a shock off, Mr. Shock Launcher. Thank you very much. Rifles off to the sides. Hoping... Oh no, where's that other shock launcher at? Perfect. Exactly what I was hoping to have happen. Let's pop that cryo bomb, and that cryo bomb, and that cryo bomb, and then we're going to throw some barrages back in there. Not super awesome, but I mean, we've got some stuff done. Let's get these out so that maybe we can do a little bit more. This is going to be a long walk, folks. Like, if you've ever read anything by Stephen King or Richard Bachman, you'll understand what I'm talking about. But this is going to be a long walk. So we'll find out how this goes in a second. Let's test our free snipe area. Yeah, see, we got a little spot back there. This border right there is going to be the biggest problem. I'm marking how Zuka's target. Like if we go, let's go like this. So if we mark this boom cannon, and we put 1, 2, and 3 into here, probably should get a little bit closer. So right now, even if I'm sitting like right next to that flamethrower, you'll notice that all the Zukas in the world are pointing at that boom cannon. How Zuka's target is based on most damaged by percentage. So they're all going to attack that boom cannon right there, because that's how Zuka's target. They target based on most damage by percentage. So Everspark does the same thing. By marking the rocket launcher, we know exactly what she's going to target without having to think about it, without having to worry about it whatsoever. So marking just lets you know exactly where your troop... I mean, we knew it was going to get rid of the shock launcher because we flared it, but we did, just to make sure we know exactly what's going to happen next, we mark the defense. So marking is super critical, and you should make sure you use it because it will make your life far better. I'm afraid that I'm going to run out of GBE, but I don't know if that's actually going to happen or not, so we're just going to try it, and worst case, we fail. Best case, we pull off a wicked second hit that I kind of assume is not going to happen, though. I do not have a lot of faith in this. We're going to drop our Zukas first, because we need to have our Zukas not die to that boom cannon. And then we're going to walk on this weird 30-degree angle, which you should never do, for the record, with Zookas, or any other troop for that matter. If you're trying to see, I knew I shouldn't have done that. That was a waste of GBE. That was just stupid. Always, always, always walk in straight lines, because if you don't, you will have a bad, bad time. And then make a nice little turn. Either walk on 45s or 90s, nothing else, because otherwise you're just going to have your troops do what mine just did, and you're going to regret it. So this is more of a 45, so we should be good. But as a general rule, 45s and 90s, I think we're going to have a little bit of GBE left over. This is going to be potentially a good thing. So I think Brick is dead somewhere. Yeah, Brick is dead back there. So that is definitely not help. But we should be able to go like this, and like this, and like this, and hopefully clear a nice little hidey hole would be nice and good here, because if not, we're going to have a bad time. So I can probably shock right in there and get everything, maybe. Now, that mine over there is not looking super awesome. So, yeah, saw that coming. So now we just need to maybe get rid of that mortar, and we have a little hidey spot for next time. Could have got it down if I would have planned that a little bit better. Maybe if Brick would have lived. Rick Wyatt, hello, welcome, thanks for coming in. The War Factory videos will be back soon. Wasted a couple extra GBE on those silly flares. Let's finish this off, and we should be able to burn this candle. I'm going to use all Zookas. Chisel Pig, what's a Chisel Pig? Hopefully something that's G rated at best. So this base looks super difficult. But if you can obviously get yourself a nice little hidey hole, you're going to have a good time. So we're going to use a bunch of GBE on that, what's it called? Mortar. Hopefully the mortar's gone. I'm not going to check for a little bit because we need to get walking. We've got to burn a bunch of GBE. Going to drop Brick a little bit earlier. And we're going to do a different path this time. Remember last hit I talked about 45s and 90s? Well, let's just do our best impression of a 90. I don't know if this is actually a 90, but it should be close enough to a 90 that we should maybe be able to pull it off. I don't know. Basically just trying to keep all of the things alive, and then Brick should get to the flare, then pull back towards the sniper towers. Look at that. That's a better path. Now I need to get rid of this mine and this mine, just because otherwise it could be bad. And I think we should be able now at this point to burn the core. I think, let's throw a shock over here just to be safe. Yeah, exactly. So that mortar on that side is going to pose an issue, but we should be able to shock it long enough and it's only, I think it's only going to get a couple of our Zookas. Not PG rated. Okay, thank you for not elaborating then. We'll leave it at that, and I'll leave it up to people to check Urban Dictionary to see what that means. So 3 hits for stage 28. There's a nice little hidey spot back there I would recommend trying out. Leave the shields. They're like trying to get those shields in amongst the flotsams and all the rocket launchers and all that. Not a good idea. But stage 28, I think that's a pretty good 3 hits. Probably could have, I mean, max level could 2-hit that easily. I'm down a statue, lower level troops, all that sort of fun stuff. So 2 hit stage 28, not bad at all. Not bad at all. Let's do one more hit. I beat you yesterday in Warships. Everyone should stay out of my way in Warships right now. I am on an absolute tear. Unstoppable is my middle name. I've just been on a great run of late on Warships. So very, very, very good as far as finally spent. I ended up with like 1.1 million tokens at level 25. Spent it. Now I'm doing almost at Legendary 2. I keep running into 6 engine room bases. I need to unlock that extra engine room, I think. But liking it. I'm doing it's fun winning. I gotta say, I just wish that you could end someone else's attack when you're stuck waiting for them forever. So let's go like this. We're gonna do exactly the same sort of attack, and I gotta say, like, if you're a low level XP 37 or higher, most of my warships attacks are just me in my underwear playing the game for fun. It's not about we're gonna have to get rid of a bunch of stuff. So this is going to be generally I play the game for fun. I don't play the game for YouTube. So most of the stuff that I do you won't see on YouTube because it's just like it's work. I have to like go set up my laptop. I have to record. I got to do a bunch of stuff, and it takes time and effort when I could just be playing on my couch. So I wish I could record everything I do always, but it just doesn't work out that way. So sorry, dude. I would have loved to share your attack, and but sadly didn't happen. So I'm probably gonna get absolutely destroyed by these lasers. So I'm gonna throw this over into here and hope. Oh no! I just wasted all that. Not all that GBE, but some of that GBE. So, not ideal. Lasers are going to shoot Everspark instantly as soon as this smoke clears. So that's why I threw... You see, that's what I was afraid of. But I think we have enough health that I can get this one last shock launcher. Oh no, I'm about to die. How in the world is she still alive? Like, there is no red in that health bar. So now I need to definitely drop these over into here. That will trigger the lasers, and Everspark can get rid of that shock launcher. So what I'm trying to do is just make a snuggle spot right in that right-hand corner, as Mrs. Merp would say, silly Merp, whatever you'd like to call her. And then we're going to release the Kraken over in here, and then come over into here. Obviously can't shock all of the lasers, but I think we should maybe be able to get over into here and get rid of that shock launcher before it shoots would be the goal. There we go. Now I need 17 GBE. Because otherwise, we're going to have a bad time. There's the shock. There's the shock. Now let's get over and get rid of these lasers, trying to make the landing and the walk much better. Problem is we're going to get absolutely wrecked in about 3. Yeah, there it goes. There it goes. Let's get one last laser. If we can get that last laser, this attack will have been a success. Oh, we're going to get extra. And we're still going back. Now, if I can get a barrage, this will be good. This is going to be good. I'm going to clear all of these mines on the right-hand side here. Yeah, I've been using explosive drones to the best of their abilities, but their abilities are fairly limited, and you don't clear mines with them unless they move, and generally they've been dying. So there we go. We're in a good spot here. Should be able to finish this off as soon as my what are those things called? Medics die. And then we should be able to get into this back corner and crush this and call it a day. So this is going to be our last stage. Thank you, AirDog. Glad to hear. French wine. Man, French wine, and French food. Not even cooked French food, but the produce and the cheese. And it's so cheap in France. It blows my mind how inexpensive we're about to lose our battery anyways. So everything in France is just so inexpensive. And so getting back to Canada, where like the wine that we've been drinking, which is just like world-class, amazing wine, was like somewhere between 3 and 9 euros a bottle. And getting back here in the cheapest bottle of good wine, I don't even know what good wine is, to be honest, but is like in the neighborhood of $20. And the cheese that we were eating was like a euro 50, and now it's the exact same cheese in Canada is like $14. $14 for a block of cheese. Like, that should give you a massage or something for that price. Oh well. Our grocery bills have gone up. As I mentioned earlier in the stream, our life bills have gone up. I bought some ridiculously expensive mountain bike to continue the healthy lifestyle that we had there in France. So everything more expensive now that we're back, but you can't really complain, I don't think, because it was a fantastic, amazing trip. So, and we're healthier and happier and all that sort of stuff. So, whatevs. Let's throw a shock right about there, and I think we can free snipe at this point. I think we're good to free snipe right about now. That we just need to get 1-2 more shocks out, and I think we can get rid of all of this stuff as long as our Zookas range it. That's the problem. I need to move a little bit forward just to make sure that they range all of the things that are going to blow our faces up, and then we'll back up. Brick died for the cause, but now I think we're in a nice little free snipe area. I'm going to bed anyways, Mirrors 4. This is the end of the stream. We're going to finish off stage 29 on our second hit. Again, low levels. Nothing I did on this attack was terribly difficult. Use Everspark's universal remote to make your attacks so much easier. So much easier. Recommended level for smoke is max. I mean, it's one of those things that you have to upgrade. You can do operation attacks and crab attacks with level 1 smoke, but it's going to make your life very, very difficult. So let's just check the local Canadian leaderboards. Where are we at? Look at that. XP 46 sitting up top. I'm gonna do one more attack just to get to number 2, just to get ahead of Rob. Sorry, Rob, if you're watching. Hopefully, Rob's not attacking right now, and I don't want to do an attack. This is a beast level, so let's just do a no hit, no strategy hit, just to get. I don't recommend doing this either. This is silly. Let's get universal remote selected. Thanks for coming in, AirDog. AirDog is another one of those people who constantly comments, constantly chats. So, as I mentioned before, try to be an AirDog. Try and be a Brian Fletcher. All of those kind of dudes who are just adding. If I was on doing a live stream, would be really, really incredibly boring by yourself. I wonder if anyone actually does that. Like if people with 0 subscribers do live streams, because it would be awkward and very, very strange. So if they do, all the power to them. I couldn't do it. You guys make this worthwhile. You make everything fun. So thank you for everyone who's in here. Even though people who are lurking, you don't have to comment, but those that do just make things a little bit more fun. If you're wondering why in the world I have Universal Charge equipped right now, it's because I have plans. I have plans and strategies and all of those kinds of things. We're going to try to do something a little bit wonky here in a second. What I'm going to do, you see how much GBE I have? I'm trying my darndest to go and be able to drop Everspark at the end of our attack. And then, so we're going to clear the front, hopefully keep Everspark alive. And then I'm going to go hack some things towards the end. So kind of like a hybrid of what we were doing before, but just trying to keep Everspark alive. And if I fail, then bad danger. But I'm going to try to mark this and this and this. And if Everspark dies, it's going to suck. And I'm going to try to keep as much GBE as I can and try and use as little smoke as I can. Just trying to walk forward, reducing the number of smokes required to get towards the core is our primary goal at the moment. And now that we're almost dead, no troops left, we're going to smoke Everspark. And then we're going to flare over to right about here. If I can flare. And as long as we don't hit any of those boom mines, we should be in business. So a little bit of a strange little attack, but you don't have to do things in the normal ways of doing things. So I'm going to flare this. Oh no, I'm done. So much GBE left too. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Not good at all. And now I don't know what I'm even doing with any of my GBE because I totally botched that. I had great intentions and then botched everything about it. Yeah, level 1 smoke. If you're a player who has level 1 smoke, don't give up on smoke. I wish they would change how smoke worked because so many people try level 1 smoke, say this is stupid, and then never go back to it. So anyways, let's check the high scores. Number 2 in Canada at XP 46. Let's see if there's anyone else. There we go, 59. Guantanamo, well done. Anyone else? 56. Me, myself, 2. Palma, well done. Oh, also up there. Chinese dude of some sort. Level 42 at 34. That's pretty good. Just going for the statue. You can tell people when people stop. Like Mad Dog probably just wanted to get that second statue, then done. Just like Glasgow mentioned earlier. That's it for me for today, though. We will pick up maybe tonight. I don't know. But everyone, thanks for coming in. I really do appreciate all of the comments, suggestions, ideas, and all that jazz. That's the last time I guess it. And all that jazz. As always, check the description of the video. We have many task forces for those of you who still play task force level stuff. Love task force hits. Sadly, we can't share warships hits in our task forces yet. Really wish we could do that, but not there yet. I assume it's coming soon. My internet just died. I think, maybe? Test. Let's say test. Hello? Let's start Stronghold. I have the power to do so. Let's finish with an op hit. Let's see how the internet's doing. Is the internet still alive? Okay, we're back to okay. Let's do it. I might have done it a couple minutes early. I don't know. Let's do an operation hit just because we can. There's no one saying not to start an op. So Excel, too easy. I do love Excel. On Excel, what I like to do on my low level accounts is use the universal remote to hack these 2 rocket launchers, and then you can just clear all this stuff on the right. It's a super easy way to do it because the rocket launchers don't range past the machine gun. Assembly, difficult. Base for low levels. So, sorry, my internet just crapped out. Can you say crapped out on the internet? So, yes, I like to go to the right on assembly with low level because you can get rid of these rockets easily, and then you have like this big highway up the right side. Not standard. Everyone likes to go left on assembly. Tapir, obviously this is a core hit from right between here with 1, 2, 3 shocks. I don't need to embarrass myself on that. I never attack Tapir. Let's have a look at Mercury. Mercury, you could just hack this rocket launcher and then just clear this whole right-hand side for a core hit. I don't like to do core hits on low-level accounts. Blue Water is my nemesis. I hate Blue Water with a passion. It's such a hard base to solo. And but I mean, how I like to do this one generally is to sit like in between here and like hack this, and I do it different than most people. So ribbon cable, I like ribbon cable, but there's like this weird setup over here. Like mortars? Why do you have mortars there? That's not fair. Let's see. So many machine guns. None of these bases look... You know what? Let's do Excel. Screw it. We're going to go back and do Excel because I'll show you what I'm talking about as far as that hit that I like doing. We're going to no scout. And we're going to mark this rocket launcher right here. We're going to smoke up to here with Everspark. Trying to get there with 2 smokes is my goal. Don't know if it's actually possible or not. There we go. 1 smoke and 2 smokes. I mean, Everspark can take a bit of a beating, and she walks fast enough that rockets usually shoot behind her. So marked rocket launcher, other rocket launcher, and then we're just going to double hack. Smoke clears, little button lights up, push the button, down goes that. That's step 1. Then we're going to go like this. Now, I like to mark this rocket launcher because I like to walk to a different spot, and it's a long story, but you'll see in a second. Now, the problem you need to be aware of is that as soon as these Zookas step up off the shore, they're going to get absolutely pummeled. So you need to throw this smoke very, very early, and then I like to flare right into here. And the reason for that flare being so high up is that otherwise you end up getting wrecked by machine guns, and these machine guns down below here will just absolutely ruin your Zookas. So I like to go like this, and then once we get up into there, I throw this super cautionary shock right here just to make sure that we clear that one rocket launcher, then we clear this rocket launcher, and then I move away. Hopefully that makes sense. Trying to control how our troops target is fairly important to me. I mean, it's the more you understand about how your troops are going to move, the better you're going to be at stuff on the internet. So let's get rid of that mine. We'll get rid of that damage amplifier, and then we'll come over into here. Oh, look at that timing. I love it. We're going to go one smoke like this. Sorry, the Air Dog, your message was moderated by default because you said turd tossers. Apparently that is a bad word in the internet. We're going to go back in here, farm a bit more GBE. My Grenadiers are only level 1, so they're very, very much lacking health. We did use some Grens to set up some of these bases earlier on, but level 1 Grens just got wrecked. Rickety wrecked. Speaking of, Rick and Morty is coming back. They just announced a bunch of stuff. So we're going to go one smoke and two smoke into there. Hoping, notice that I didn't center my smoke because the troops are going to walk forward anyways. And my goal here is to set up a nice, easy free snipe. Hopefully we should be able to burn this candle. Yes, I'm using planes, fire, and rescue lingo because I can. Let's back up. Now you gotta stay back, dummies. Now we flare the core. And hopefully they spread wide enough that my troops don't all die. Let's throw an artillery on that front one just to make sure that the rocket launcher doesn't fire. There we go. So sometimes you have to kill your own troops just to make sure you solo the base. So there we go. Excel, down, in, hit. And the thing is, the reason why I like to do that sort of hit is because even if I fail, it's just an easy walk up and blow it over and it's done. So nice little solo on Stronghold, HQ 18. Good way to end the op, I figured. And again, if you ever want to watch my operation hits, there is one spot in Junior 9. Just come join us. Even if you feel like, oh, I'm not that level, or you're a better, teach or learn. All we ask is people chat and have a good time and keep things positive. We have like a no jerk policy, except for me, obviously. I get grandfathered in because I don't make an old joke there, okay? Let's skip that one. Anyways, that's it for me. That's all. I'm zmot. As always, thank you so much for coming in. Hit me up in the comments if you have questions, criticisms, all that fun stuff. It's been fun. Talk to you soon. Peace.